Welcome back everybody. Today we're gonna play Fate on Bind. Today is day 37 of playing every agent on every map. Today's agent Fate was actually a request from the comment section. If you wanna see your own agent or just any other agent or a guide on any other agent, write them down in the comments as well so I know which one I should review next and which one you guys are playing and which ones you are most interested in. And before I get like a million comments about Tejo, I'm gonna make a guide on him soon, but I need like 1 or 2 weeks to play him myself and to find the best places to use his util to. So give me some time on that. I haven't even unlocked him yet, and I'm not gonna buy him because in my opinion buying an agent is just not worth it. Bind is in my opinion one of the best Fate maps, and this is actually one of the maps I play Fate on myself. Because Fate has really good reveals, and Bind has really close corners, and you need a lot of information to take a lot of the spaces on Bind for free. And with a Fate you get that information. Her Fate Prowlers are one of the best utils to clear out the lamps and the hookah area. Other than that, Fate has also a pretty good ult, which is really good to take, for example, B site or even defend B site, and it also gets you a lot of information. So in my opinion, Fate is probably the best agents if you want to play a new agent or especially an initiator on Bind. Quick reminder, later today I'm gonna bring out a not really a guide but more of a tier list on which agents to play on the old/new map Fracture, because Fracture hasn't been in the map pool for too long. Starting off with A side defense. On A side, usually somebody throws an eye right here in the beginning of the round. In my opinion, it isn't really worth it, because like that you waste a really good reveal that you can use when they are entering. Instead, use a dog to clear out close left and close right at the same time. And if you attack somebody, you know there's somebody here. Or another thing you can do is to stand right here and aim around right there. And then have your raise in front of you, and you shoot your tether first, and the raise shoots the nade right away too. So anyone coming close here is gonna get tethered and gonna get hit by the nade, and they're gonna insta die or at least take a lot of damage. This is pretty good to do in the beginning of the round. As soon as the enemies are coming in, you can use the reveal either up here,
I'll find you.
over there, or even up here.
I'll find you.
It reveals them as they are coming in, and if there's a smoke right here and you have teammates playing bench, even playing in lamps, if it gets smoked off, or backside, they can spam the enemies and do a lot of damage to them through the smoke without them being able to do anything back, because they can't see you through the smoke, but you can see the enemies through the smoke. Another good reveal, but that one gets broken the most, is one up here. It reveals all of sight, and it is pretty good to spam the planter if you have somebody playing behind triple. Just do a lot of damage to the guy that is planting. Other things you can do is to use a tether as soon as they are planting off of this wall, or just make it go down right here, and it catches anyone in front of the site, and they are not going to be able to run away. If they're trying to TP, for example, they're not going to have a chance to do that. You can also do a similar thing here on showers. As soon as somebody tries to take the orb, you throw a tether like this, or you throw a tether over here and then make it drop. This can also be combined with a raise nade and does a lot of damage to them if they are coming in. If you are lacking information, you can always use a prowler to get information over here. Or if you want to take the orb right here, you can use a prowler here through the door and send it back. If it doesn't detect anything, you're free to go, take the orb, and then go back. You can also use a reveal to do that. Like that, you just stand right here, throw the reveal, it lands. And then if somebody is close, you can even shoot them through this wall, because this wall is wall bangable even with a vandal. Or if nobody is there, you can just take the orb and you're free to go. Let's start off with a retake. You're most of the times either retaking from CT or Heaven. As a Fate, I recommend CT though. First of all, if you are not sure if there are people close right here, use a prowler like this to clear out the close corner, and then clear out even the close corner here in lamps. And then care about this angle right here on top of bench, and then hide in this corner, and then use a prowler to clear out lamps. You can also use a prowler from over here, but it is kind of risky because the enemies can walk out back here and shoot you pretty easily because you have your prowler in your hand and you can't really do anything. You can also use one like this. It isn't too precise and it doesn't check the close corner here, but if you think somebody is close here in that corner, a prowler like this will do, and then you can then shoot that guy and focus more on the rest of the people in lamps. Other things you can do is to throw a reveal up here again. This reveal is pretty good because it reveals bench, close here and triple, close sights, and the people over here too. And you can then use a prowler to clear out behind the boxes. If you know somebody's here, you can just spam through the smoke boxes here and get some free damage off of them and get some free kills. You can also use a reveal up here to know if anyone is short in the close copy here. You can also use a prowler to clear those spots out pretty easily and then also clear the rest of sight. A tether either close here in the copy, close here in lamps, or at the copy here is pretty good because like that you also get the information if somebody is here because they are gonna get grabbed and you can see that. Right here they can peek out, or if they peek out they're gonna be tethered and you have a free time killing them because they're gonna be low. This is also pretty good to combine with any damaging util. And if you throw it in short copy and you catch somebody, you first of all get the information, and secondly they won't be able to hear you tap the diffuse. So if it's a 1v1 or it's a 1v something and you know there's a guy right here or two guys right there, throw it here and then start diffusing because they won't be able to hear you. You need to have somebody to hold you though, so if they peek out you're gonna have a free time killing them. Switching over towards B side. On B side there's a pretty creative play you can do in the beginning of the round where you smoke down here and take the order. And you do that like almost every round. To put a creative spin on that play, you can throw a reveal up here and go close inside of the smoke and shoot everything you reveal. If you don't reveal anything, there's nobody here and you can then rotate over, but you have a free time taking that orb here on long. The smoke down here is especially good if you're using something like a clove or a omen, because those guys have reloading smokes and you can take the old orb here for free almost any round. Then other things you can do is to go into hookah, and at the beginning of the round, usually you hear them running up, but if you don't hear anything running up and no one of your team has information, you can use a prowler like this to get information over anyone trying to come up. This is also pretty good if you're even closer to destroy the cipher trip that is placed right here. So have information if there's a cipher right here, and you can then use maybe a nade or a Sova shock dart or just whatever info util to destroy that trip. Other things you can do is to just play backside. As soon as they are coming in, throw a reveal up there. Or throw one over here. And anyone coming in is gonna get revealed, and they are gonna have a hard time shooting that reveal because it lands up there, especially if they are coming out of hookah, and it's really hard to shoot that reveal. Other reveals you can use, this one is especially good from elbow, is one all the way up here, where you jump, throw, and then make it go down. It reveals anyone coming in and you can get some free kills like that. Or even a close one right here, that reveals anyone coming in, and that is also pretty hard to shoot because the enemies expect the fade reveal to fly for a longer amount of time, and this is in general pretty good to throw off their crosshair placement, then peek out and get some kills. You can also use a tether as soon as you hear somebody jumping out. Like that, they're gonna be stuck in front sight, and they are really easy to kill with some util or just some simple sprays through the smoke right here. I again recommend a phantom for that. Phantom is better to spray through smokes. And other than that, you can use your prowlers on a retake to retake either from elbow. Usually you are coming from CT for a retake, you can then use a prowler right here to clear out elbow. And then use a second one to clear out the rest of elbow and this close cubby right here. There's usually always somebody standing here in the cubby, and like that you can get the information off of them. This can also be done from CT to clear out the close corner here, this cubby, and then front sight. Even if somebody is in tube, they're gonna get revealed and you have the information off of them. Or you can also use a reveal to clear out backside, like this. Reveals are also pretty good if they land on top of here. This one is kind of tricky though to throw, so I recommend you practice this a couple of times before you use it in a game.
I'll find you.
Like this, you're revealing all of front side, it lands up here.
There.
And you reveal backside, front side, and up until like here. So anyone playing close here is gonna be revealed, even the people in the copy down here. If they are playing all the way in the corner right here, you're not gonna reveal them, so be aware that there could be players there, but you have your dogs for something. If you're retaking from hookah, This can also be used on attack. You can throw reveals through this window up here.
Where are you?
Like this. They're gonna land all the way on top and are pretty hard to see, but they are also pretty weak because they only reveal the people that are playing like right here. You as a Fate are responsible for your team not peeking into angles where they have an unfavorable disadvantage. For example, in a main, you don't know where anyone is. You have to walk in and clear out that all of that manually. You can help your team by doing that on attack with a dog like this, clear up the close corner, clear out close under here, and a reveal from over here that lands all the way on top there.
I'll find you.
Just jump and then stop. It lands right here and reveals anyone in front sight, on top of truck,
There.
close here, and like that you just get a bunch of informations you need to take the site. You can also use a different one if you aim kind of at the map right here. Get yourself lined up with this white part right here, aim around at this black line right there, and then run and jump down.
Find you.
It lands all the way in front and reveals anyone bench, triple, backside, and even some people playing close here. You don't get the reveal on the people close here, but for that you can use your dog. Use it like this to clear out the close corner, or you can also use it the same way to clear out lamps. Just be careful to don't send it into the TP, like that you kind of wasted a piece of your info util, and it isn't really good. Another thing you can do to trap people in backside, because this spot is pretty commonly played by people rotating in or people trying to defend site, is to use a tether like this one. It's not too precise. Use a tether backside right there. Use a tether close here if you know somebody is here. Or even use a tether in towards lamps to catch anyone playing close here. This is especially good if you have somebody playing shotgun, because like that you exactly know where they are and you can pre-fire them even through the edge and do a lot of damage to them. Another good tether is one into heaven if you know somebody is in heaven and opping, but I would only recommend that if you have a smoke in heaven and then combine it with something like a race nade to do a lot of damage to the people in heaven. Once you have planted spike, good reveals are up here to reveal backside as they're coming in. Or use one to throw off the enemy's crosshair placement if you're, for example, in a 1v1 and you have planted here. You can then use a reveal like this, wait for them to either shoot the reveal, but let the reveal first, and then you just hold. If they don't shoot the reveal, they're gonna get revealed and you can pre-fire them or even shoot them through the edges of the wall. And if they decide to shoot the reveal, as soon as they shoot, you peek, and you're gonna hear their shot, you know they are not aimed at you and you can get a free kill on them. Same thing can also be used with prowlers. Or if you know somebody is trying to defuse, you can throw a tether like this, grab them, they're not gonna hear anything, and sprint all the way around to surprise them from behind. If you want to take showers, this is pretty simple. You can just use a fade dog right here, get information over showers, and then use a reveal through this roof right here. It is kind of tricky. You have to somehow like learn the timings or like get a feel for it. By just throwing it from around this corner, it isn't really too precise. Just around somewhere here, and jump. And it's gonna land on top of this edge somewhere, or even somewhere in front sight from a really unexpected angle, and the enemies are gonna struggle to destroy it. You can then use another fade dog to reveal close and even backside. And if you catch somebody backside, you can then use a tether like this, or even use a tether towards spawn like this one. If you reveal somebody close here, you can bang them. First of all, this part up here is bangable. If somebody plays up here and you reveal them, you can shoot them through the wall. This part right here is bangable too, like close here. And this corner right here is also pretty easy to shoot through with a phantom or even a vandal. As soon as you know somebody is in that corner, you can just spray them. Even if he is pretty deep in it, you can get some free kills off of that. Same thing also for backside and behind triple. You can spam. This corner here is not spammable, but if you know somebody is back there, just use a tether and some other util to get them out. Let's switch over towards B. On B, you can use a Fade Prowler in the beginning of the round, just like this, and then get yourself to safety to clear out close hookah if you want to know if somebody is trying to play aggressive here. By going over here, you're getting yourself in a pretty safe position, and your Fate Prowler is going to attack them, and they have to shoot it first. This is also pretty good if you have a teammate walking up behind it, just holding the angle and then shooting them as soon as they are peeking out. If they are blind, if you have like a Chet or a Raze that can satchel/dash onto them, and they can get a free kill. And you can also use your prowlers pretty well to clear out hookah, clear out the close corner, clear out the other corner as well. You can then use a reveal. There's usually a smoke right here. Just run throwing it back here. It isn't too precise. It lands backside, and it is pretty hard to shoot for the people playing close here or even close here, and it's gonna reveal them, and you can get some free kills through the smoke. Or another one, if you are in like a close position right here, just throw it somewhere up, and you see the indicator of the like little green triangle. If it lands up here or down there. If you can, just pop it as soon as you see it is up there, and it lands up there and triggers all of backside, most part of elbow right here, and also the close corner right here. This reveal is probably one of the best ones you can use on this side, and Bind is in general pretty good for Fate reveals, because the Fate reveals can land somewhere high up and reveal a lot of the side parts, and the sides in general are pretty small, so a Fate reveal covers all of the sides. Let's switch over towards B long. On B long, I see a lot of people just dry swinging this corner. This isn't really good. By the way, dry swinging is just running out without any util, no flash, nothing. I'd recommend you use your Fate Dog to clear on long. There's usually a AWP either on short A or on long B. If they are not on long B, you can just contact up, check this close corner right here. They might have had a timing to cross over, or a Omen TP'd over or something like that. And then you can use your second dog, clear out the close corner right here, and also close here. If you catch somebody close here, they are most likely gonna die, because you have like a couple of teammates here that can just hold the crossover and do a lot of damage to the guy that is trying to run out. If there's nobody here, but there's somebody close in this corner right here, you can use a Fate tether like this one, the same way you would use a Raze nade to catch this person close here. And also throw a Raze nade, a Sova shock dart, even a Brim ult, even though I think a Brim ult might be a little overkill. But you still are gonna get at least a free kill on the person close here, because they're gonna be tethered and they won't be able to run away. Other good tethers are ones backside, in towards tube, in towards cubby, or even elbow over here, to catch anyone trying to escape or hold your team and make them not be able to hear anything. This is pretty good if you have somebody entering at the same time as they are tethered, because like that they won't be able to like turn around if they're standing here in the smoke and your Chet, for example, dashes up and updrafts back here. They won't be able to hear that, and they're gonna be a free kill for your Chet. Another important thing of Fate's util is her ult. Her ult is really good on B. If you get up here, you can get all of sight, even the copy parts. If you walk even a little further, you can get the people playing close under hookah, close in hookah, and some people in back halls too. Same way, you can use a ult on defense for a retake from back here to get most of hookah and most of backside too. You just gotta be aware there's usually a smoke right here. If there isn't a smoke right here, the people can peek you from right there. In the case where you don't have a smoke, I'd recommend you run over first with maybe a Fate reveal over here, and then use a ult like this one.
My ult is ready.
Your ult is insanely good to combine with a Euro TP or a Omen TP, because the enemies that are gonna be hit by the ult are first of all gonna be revealed, and second of all, they won't be able to hear anything. That means if a Omen TP's behind them, or just in a really awkward spot, for example up here or close in this corner, and there is nobody there to look at him, he is gonna be behind the enemies and get some free kills. Same way with a Euro TP, also works with a Chamber TP, but doesn't work quite as good because you need to have the Chamber TP placed before. And this is in general also pretty good if you are using one of your reveals, because your reveals make a lot of noise, and if the enemies are deafened, they won't be able to hear your reveal, and your reveal is gonna tag a lot of the people. If you wanna ult on A, I'd recommend either a Lamps ult right here, get the people in lamps and close backside, or a full-on showers and backside ult from over here,
Retake them! My ult is ready.
or even over here, which also has parts of heaven. You gotta be careful about the close corner though.
Retake them! My ult is ready.
And on a retake, in general, a ult from CT after you cleared out bench, like this one, is insanely good because you get all of lamps,
Retake them!
you get all of short, you even get the close copy right here, and the people in this copy right here. Nobody is gonna hear anything, and you're gonna have a lot of information over the enemies. Always call out how many people you got with your ult, because like that the people know they don't need to worry about anywhere else on the map. For example, if you catch all 5 of them, or all 4 of them if only 4 of them are alive, you know they are in the specific place your ult is in, and they can't be anywhere else on the map. If you say you caught 3 and there's 1 more left, for example a Cypher or a Reyna, you know that Reyna is either at some other place, lurking, or somewhere else, maybe even more aggressive, in a more aggressive spot that your ult doesn't get. So always tell your teammates how many people do you have, and after you ulted them, you can also use a dog to mark out their precise information. This is especially good if they are TPing, for example, because Bind is known for its TPs. The trail they leave is gonna lead the dog in towards the TP, and the dog is gonna catch the trail right after the TP again, and it's gonna follow them all the way to the B site or A site, wherever they are going with a TP. Another really good thing you can do with a Fade tether is to throw it through the TP and peek at the same time, or combine that with a Raise Nade or Raise Ult. Like this, you help out your teammates in hookah that are trained to defend hookah. If they are playing in here and you tether all the people trying to come in, they're gonna be low and there are gonna be some free kills. Same thing also counts for a Raise Nade. If you throw the Raise Nade through hookah at the same time, they're gonna be low because of the tether, and they're gonna be free kills for the Raise Nade. And you can also use that to open the TP door and get some free kills off of them, because they won't be able to turn around as fast because you go through and you get an open door. Something I've seen done in a pro play, but it was done with a Skye, is that the Skye dogged through the TP. They had a Viper wall going through right here, also through the TP. And they opened the TP from the other side. So I send in the dog right here, and it opens the door in the other TP. Like this, if you have a double smoke comp, you can get into the TP without the enemies noticing it. And this is in general just a pretty good spot to be in, because if you hear them, for example, taking the orb on Bath, you can then peek out and get some free kills, because they have no idea you are in here, and it's pretty unlikely for them to expect you right here. If I had to give Fade a rating from S to F, I'd give her the S tier. She is the best info initiator you can use on Bind, and even with Sova being pretty strong and having shock darts to destroy the Cypher trips, I still think Fade is a better pick, because she has really good util for information and really good util to clear out the really close corners, for example in hookah or lamps. This is why I give Fade the S tier, and I think she is one of the best initiators you can use on Bind in general. If you're using one initiator, use Fade. Talking about tier lists. Talking about tier lists. Later today, I'm gonna bring out a tier list of every agent and how good they are on the new map Fracture. I mean, it isn't technically a new map, but Fracture hasn't been in the comp pool for a pretty long time, and I'm trying to make a as unbiased as possible tier list on agents on this map, so you know which agents to pick and which agents to not pick on Fracture. That would be it from me. If you have any questions or suggestions on which agents I should play next, or what other tricks you can use on certain maps, write them down in the comments, and I really hope to see you guys very soon. Also, don't forget, I'm streaming almost daily on Twitch. Have a great rest of your day, and see you guys very soon. Bye!